Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed to see me today because today is quite exciting day, exciting video. I have a finished object video, my pattern, my new release and my first ever collection. Before I officially start, just to let you know that all the links are down below. The pattern is on RAVELRY and there is a discount code of it at 20%, so check it out for a limited period of time. There is also a pattern on Lovecraft, however there's no discount there because the website does not allow to do that. And back on RAVELRY we have garden socks collection on the screen because I've knitted so far 3 of them. So I put them together and you have a nice package of that. Okay, so let's start. Let me tell you first construction, then what you need in regards to materials. I'm going to show you a beautiful examples, literally photos, of my test knitters who allowed me to show and present it to what they did. And at the end I'm going to show you a clips how this look came together. Worked very hard, very hard. Construction. These are fingering weight socks, so obviously this is a hint what kind of yarn you need, and they are toe up with afterthought heel. However, you can implement any heel you want and you will feel comfortable with. This is how it looks. However, if you've never done it, don't worry, there is a link to a tutorial how to do it, so, and also written instructions. And as you can see, this sock has a beautiful color pattern. However, this pattern hasn't been created by holding 2 strands together, but by mosaic knitting, which is a slip stitch method. You hold 1 strand and either you knit or you slip the stitch to create this. If you've never done a slip stitch before, on the screen maybe I'll show you, take a footage from my last, I think, finished object video that I showed you the footage how I do a slip stitch. Yeah, if you have never done that and you don't know how to do it, I think it is the easiest method. The pattern has a written instructions but also chart. I created charts that my test knitters could follow. These are the 3rd pair of socks that I designed using mosaic knitting, so slip stitch method. On the screen you can see that lovely garden socks collection, links down below if you want to get them in a bundle. As the pattern says, it is a garden bloom sock, so we have what is blooming in my garden is lettuce, carrots, cabbage and the flowers. Not the ones that I saw actually, the wild ones more, but you know, it still counts. You probably would want to see how the beginning of the round looks. So this is not here, and this is here. And I'm quite happy with that. There are a few slip stitches that you do that are marked to kind of lift the round a little bit to even it up. Let's talk about sizes. So on the screen over here you have the sizes. We have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we're talking about 48, 56, 64 and 72 stitch socks. So if you knitted any socks, you probably like your number, let's say that way, from perspective of the fingering weight yarn you use to knit socks. Normally when I knit plain vanilla socks or any ish other socks, I use 56 stitch because I like my socks to hug my feet. With these I cast it on 64. So I wanted them a little bit loose so the stitches are not stretching so much. Hopefully I will record some footage when I'm putting it on and now playing with them around the house so you can see how they look on my foot. Did you enjoy that? I hope you did. Therefore, talking about gauge, I used US size 1 2.25 meter needles to achieve gauge 32 stitches by 40 rounds, which basically means it's 8 stitches per 1 inch. When I knit and I start the toe, I use magical loop method. So basically I have long circular needles, which means that I'm using circular knitting needles. There are 100 centimeters, 40 inches, that's the pair I have, or even grab 80 centimeters, which is 32 inches, circular knitting needles, and you'll be fine. That's the only thing I used to knit 2 at a time socks, and I have plenty of those knitting needles and I just use them even though I just knit now 1 sock at a time. However, so once I finish toe, I'm moving to 9-inch silicone needle, and basically I continue that until I finish, and then I'm going back to magic loop method, which then I switch to longer needles with a cord, and I do afterthought heel using magic loop method. So that's that. Let's talk about yarn. Let me tell you what a yarn I used. However, like I said, anything that will have a high contrast will work. No worries. In a sec, I'm going to show you socks that my test knitters knitted, and you will have now a better idea what kind of colors you would want to pick. Now, therefore, we need 2 colors. My main color, the one that you will use the most, is this one. My one is Legacy Fiber Arts, and the color is Information 7525. I'm not sure. I'm guessing, is it a plain flannel? This beautiful yarn I received from Donna that I received, and this yarn was one of those. And she wrote down that all the yarn that she sent me to use it for my designs. So she's like my sponsored viewer also too. I have a few people who are sending me yarn for that. So thank you so much. And I matched it with a leftovers that I received from. That was from Donna, and this is from Diane, and this is Sweet Georgia, and we have over here Tough Love sock, and the color is Tapestry on the screen. So here it is. Here is how it looks in a cake. I went into this, and you can see how high contrast I used. Now let's go to the fun part, and I'm going to show you on the screen a beautiful socks that my test knitters knitted for me. Thank you so much to them for helping me to make sure that the pattern is written the best I can. They checked the errors, spellings, and they went through the pattern to knit their beautiful socks to make sure that from now on, when you get the pattern, it's spot on. We had loads of fun, so thank you so much for helping me out. Here they are again. Write down below, what do you think is interesting? Have you done maybe slip stitch method before? Maybe write down what is challenging for you if you wanted to grab those. I would just basically want to hear what you think about it. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and keep on watching if you're interested to see what I was doing with my hair and a bit of makeup over here. And yeah, subscribe, like if you want to see more of knitting inspirations. Till the next one. Bye! Rachel Maxey, 5 quick and easy vintage hairstyles for natural straight hair. How can you do this if you don't have identical face? Like, I don't. My eyes are different. It took me that much to look like this. From this to this. Yay! Thank you, Rachel, for inspiration.